friends. My name is Joy. I'm the owner of Sub Rosa Tea. We're a small company based in Northern Ohio and we'll ship anywhere in the United States. In this video, I'm going to tell you all about our 7 lucky St. Patrick's Day inspired tea flavors. Friends, if there's no red live above my head, that simply means you're watching it on the replay. Feel free to use the hashtag replay and shop as you normally would. You should be able to see words both above my head and my kitchen countertop. If you can't, please tap my nose. It'll expand the screen to the full viewing screen for you so you can see those words. Right now we're going to talk about our St. Patrick's Day flavors. We should be live over on Facebook and on our mobile shopping app. Friends, if you are new here, you can shop on our website at subrosatea.com or also on our mobile shopping app. Go to your favorite app store, search for Sub Rosa Tea, which is 3 words with 2 spaces in the middle. You will see that the app is free to download whether you are an Apple or an Android user. And if you are brand new to shopping on the mobile shopping app, you can receive 15% off your first order by using the code NEW15. Hello, Miss Brenda. Hi, Francis. Hey, Andrea. Thanks for coming live, friends. Friends, once again, if you are new here, please don't be shy. You're welcome to ask questions. But if you are on social media, you might not be able to see all the comments and questions because the majority of the people who watch my videos are on our mobile shopping app. It's really fun to be able to shop via the video. If you like something I'm talking about or demonstrating, you can easily swipe and tap to put it into your cart. So if anyone has a question, I will definitely read it out loud so everyone gets the benefit of that. We have over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea, blooming tea, and matcha that we sell all year. But in this video, I'm going to talk about these specific flavors. There's actually 8 of them I'm going to talk about today, but 7 are in the collection. So these are part of a themed bundle. We also have other themed bundles still available. Our Valentine's Day and our Mardi Gras inspired teas, they are still available both on our website and on our mobile shopping app. But today we're going to focus on St. Patrick's Day. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I am working solo today, so hopefully we won't have any tech problems and I can talk to you about all these great flavors. So the first thing I'm going to tell you about, friends, I am going to talk about the tea in this particular collection. We do sell them individually. But here at Sub Rosa Tea, in this collection, we have a combo pack. A combo pack is all 7 flavors plus a tea accessory. And you're going to see that we do also sell a bundle. The bundle is all 7 teas without the tea accessory. So give me just a few minutes. I'm going to tell you about all of them. Friends, first up, we're going to talk about the combo pack. This is our Mountain Tumbler. It is featured in our St. Patrick's Day combo pack. We do sell it separately as well. It does have a flip top lid, which I happen to love, especially if you're driving. One hand is on the wheel. All you have to do is flick it up with your thumb. It is a great design, especially for that girl on the go. The lid itself does unscrew. Inside you're going to find a stainless steel inside. This Mountain Tumbler will keep your tea hot for 10 hours and cold all day long. It does come with an infuser basket. The lid is removable. What you might not be able to see, what the camera might not be focused on, this is a very fine mesh infuser, so even if you have some of our very fine teas, that they won't spill out. The lid also has holes in it because the tea is in here. Now, as you can see, this infuser basket is a little big for just 2 servings of tea. This is a 16-ounce tumbler, so do make sure you put 2 servings of tea to make the whole thing. In a black tea like this one, 2 servings of tea is just 2 teaspoons, so that's not going to take up much room at all. But this tea in particular is our Wild Irish Rose. As you can see, it is more voluminous to start with, so it's going to take up more room. When it steeps, it's going to grow even bigger. You definitely do not want to cram your tea into a tiny tea ball or a vessel. You want the tea leaves to have room to grow, to steep, for 2 reasons. 1, because your tea is going to taste better. 2, because you're going to get all of the health benefits into your tea cup. I also like the size of this because it makes it really easy to clean versus a tiny little tea ball. So if you want your tea hot, tea leaves go in with hot water, set a timer. You're only going to steep it for a few minutes. Remove the basket, put the lid on, and you are rocking and rolling out your door. If you want iced tea, do put your tea leaves right into the basket and add cold water to your bottle. It'll take a little bit longer, 5 to 10 minutes. Your tea should be just fine. But the good thing is you really don't need to set a timer when you're using cold water. Your tea leaves will not get bitter and they will not oversteep when you are cold steeping them. So the tea leaves are in and they can stay in all day. Put your lid on and again, you are out the door, no problem. When you get to your place of work or maybe you're shopping or at the beach that day, all you need to do is refill this with more cold water to get a second steep out of your bottle. You don't have to touch the leaves all day. You can refill this bottle as many times as you want. When you're cold steeping 3-4 times during the day, you really get to enjoy it. These particular flavors, they really are good, both hot and cold. So the combo pack has all 7 flavors. I also wanted to tell you about our bundle. We have a St. Patrick's Day bundle this year. It does have 7 flavors, 2 black tea, a green tea, a white tea, and 3 caffeine-free teas in the St. Patrick's Day bundle. Next up, I do want to mention specifically the Irish Breakfast. This is the tea that is not in this particular bundle. We do have it in stock. We know that a lot of you love it. Breakfast tea tastes like, well, it tastes fabulous. It's nice and smooth, but you have to understand this is an unflavored tea product. I love breakfast tea and I really love it specifically when I'm eating a meal. If your tea time is separate, which is most often my tea time, I have tea in between my meals. I like a flavored tea product. So we do have this in stock. We will only have it in stock for a limited time, the Irish Breakfast Tea. It is here for you, but it is not a part of the bundle or combo pack. Whitney says she got 2 of her co-workers hooked on the tea. Thank you, Miss Whitney. Hi, Frances. Frances says she uses her mountain tumbler every day at work. I appreciate it. Hi, Miss Brenda. Hey, Andrea. Hello again to you. Thanks, ladies. I think everyone, right? All women today at the moment. Thanks everyone for joining us. I appreciate it. I'm going to tell you about all these great teas as well. But you know what? I'm going to steep up myself some tea first. I'm going to set this aside for just a second. I had, we worked on Taste the Rainbow today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. It's a caffeine-free tea. I'm in the mood for caffeine-free tea. I'm going to drink some tea after the video, so I'm going to steep this up really quick for myself. You're going to see I'm using a glass teapot. We do sell them. This is the Kyoto. This is the glass teapot here. It has the infuser basket in it, so the tea leaves are right in the infuser basket. You're going to see that this is going to change color in a few minutes. I'm using the Kyoto, one, so you can see the beautiful color of the tea, and because it's see-through glass, but 2, I'm also doing it. This particular teapot holds 4 cups. So I'm going to drink a cup tonight, but the rest is going to go into the refrigerator. And so I love that I got to make a bunch of tea all at one time. It's going to be good for days. Someone asked me over the weekend if they made a gallon of tea, how long would it last in the refrigerator? And I thought to myself, I'm so science-minded that I didn't have enough information to really answer them, but I felt terrible that I couldn't give them a really scientific answer. I mean, I kind of need to know what flavor it is, what temperature they were steeping it at. Were they steeping it in the cold method that I prefer, or were they going to steep it hot and then chill it somehow? What vessel were they going to use? Is it airtight? Do they have other things in their fridge that could somehow affect it? Is their fridge a certain temperature? Like, my mind just went spinning and spinning like, oh, I just can't answer this properly. But nor have I ever had leftover tea for that long. I drink it. I'm so excited to drink it. I wouldn't have it left over for terribly long. It wouldn't be a problem. So anyway, you understand. Whitney just said when she makes iced tea, it lasts me less than a day. I drink at least 4 cups of tea a day. Generally, I do drink different flavors throughout the day, but I've had periods of time where I drink the same flavor just for days on end, over and over and over. Anyway, Jennifer just said that she loves Lucky Charms from this collection. It is such a fun flavor. I have to tell you, this is probably, it really was a lot of fun to work on this. This year in particular, we have new collections coming out, quite a few of them actually. New collections coming out this year, but this is one of my favorites, and it was just fun. Super fun to work with. Super fun flavors. First up in the St. Patrick's Day collection, friends, is our Shamrock Shake. Shamrock Shake, this is a black tea, so it does have caffeine, approximately 60 milligrams of caffeine per 8-ounce cup. It does look like this, tons of fun. Guess what? It has mint. So it's a black tea, so it does have caffeine. It has a good mint cream taste to it, like a Shamrock Shake. When you think about a Shamrock Shake, I think most people think it has chocolate, or at least they might associate chocolate with a fun mint, but this does not. This does not have any chocolate in it. It is just a creamy vanilla peppermint. It's got really a lot of depth of flavor to it. It's a really fabulous tea, and I love mint teas. Right now, my husband is hooked on drinking mint tea during his workouts. He's getting so hot, and he's sweating so much, and he really feels like the mint calms him down. So several flavors I've worked on just for him, and don't worry, you're gonna see them soon. You're gonna see them soon. Hi, Miss Sarah. She just said she loves the Shamrock Shake as well. Thank you. Next up, the second black tea in our St. Patrick's Day collection. This is Irish Coffee. It is the name of the tea. It is a black tea. It is tea. You're gonna steep it like tea, but guess what? It tastes like coffee because it has real coffee beans in it. Personally, I love the taste of coffee, but I cannot drink it. It upsets my stomach. Coffee has too much acid. So me having fun with tea and coffee beans, that just rocks my world. Personally, this is another just fun flavor because it has so much depth of flavor. It has mate in it. It has black tea. Mate, by the way, is the type of tea, and it's a different type. It's a toasted mate, and which I normally don't. I don't always work with toasted mate, but it really lends itself great to that mocha coffee undertones. This tea does have a bit of chocolate in it because chocolate and coffee naturally do play really well together. So another fan favorite, we do sell a lot of that one. If you didn't know, coffee has around 100 milligrams of caffeine per cup. Black tea has around 60. So for those of you who used to be coffee drinkers, or you know someone who is, but they're looking to cut back, this doesn't cut back on any taste. You're not going to miss any taste at all, but it's definitely a little bit on the caffeine. Hi, Miss Melissa. Thanks for joining us. Bernita just said she loves the Irish. She loves both the Irish coffee and the Irish breakfast tea. Thank you, Bernita. Next up, friends, is the Duke of Earl. Duke of Earl. Duke of Earl is a green tea. This is the only tea in this collection that we sell all year. We introduced this a couple years ago during the St. Patrick's Day collection. It was so wildly popular, we decided to sell it all year. You can find it individually. You can find it in this collection. You can also find it, we have a collection of just our Earl Grey teas. So if you're looking for a gift, you know someone who loves Earl Grey teas, we have a whole collection. You can get it as a bundle, and you can get it in a gift box if you care to do so. That reminds me, friends, now is the time when I ask for your support. Over on social media, Facebook and Instagram, we are running an ad for this particular collection. If you see it, please do me a solid favor, like the ad and leave a comment. It really helps when there is engagement on our ads. It helps it to be shown to more people. This is only the first day of the ad, so you might not have seen it yet, but I sure would love your support. No purchase necessary. All you have to do is leave a comment. Thank you. Next up, friends, in this collection is our Wild Irish Rose. Wild Irish Rose, that is this one here. Super gorgeous. It is definitely a floral tea. It does have rose in it, but it also has Schisandra berries. If you're not familiar with that, Schisandra berries are a superfruit. It's like acai or goji berry, a ton of antioxidants. It is a berry that used to grow in the United States but doesn't anymore, so it's not as prevalent as some other berries, but this tea just has got a really good balance. It is a white tea, which means it's naturally very low in caffeine but high in those antioxidants. This is one of my favorites, both hot and cold. Keep in mind when you steep your white or green tea to use steaming water. Only use your boiling water for the rooibos or the honeybush, the tisanes, the caffeine free. Personally, my taste buds, I like 195 at the black tea level, and I like about 165 for the greens and the whites. That's my preference. But again, it really does make a difference. I was in a tea drinking group over the weekend, and someone had said that he had had a cup of tea, a black tea, on an empty stomach, and it upset his stomach. And it's very interesting when you're in a group setting like that with a bunch of people who are all tea drinkers and they all had a different opinion. So I don't think this young man left the group with an answer because everyone had a different opinion. Once again, I hear myself thinking, none of this makes sense. First of all, what kind of tea? Okay, I mean, he had said it was a black tea, but what kind of black tea? Where was it grown? Where was it harvested? How long have you had the black tea? How did you steep it? Did you steep it at 195? Did you steep it in boiling water? He didn't even say he had had it hot. He could have had it cold. I don't really know. But I always think about my body. On occasion, I'm hungry, and most of the time I'm not. On occasion, I have a cold, but most of the time I don't. So just because he had this one-off interesting experience, I just felt really inadequate to be able to answer his question. Hopefully, he's going to play around with it and not give up on that black tea. Oh, it wasn't my tea, by the way. He was not a customer of ours. I was just really curious, and I thought you might be too, because it might have happened to you. Next is our pot of gold. Pot of gold. Just a really another fun play on words, a twist here at Sub Rosa Tea. I'm always thinking about the theme, what goes with the theme, and what tastes delicious. As a matter of fact, you know what's going to taste great, friends? A gold cup of tea. How fabulous is that? This one I have used both fruit and turmeric. Turmeric is a very gold spice. Most people know what turmeric powder looks like because they've been told that it's really good for joint mobility, and it is. But I think some people are adding it to things and they just haven't enjoyed it. This is one you're going to enjoy. Pot of Gold. This tea is so good hot. It is so good as iced tea. I absolutely love it. It is spicy and fruity, but it's not too much of either. It's just a really good balance. So Pot of Gold, highly recommend. It is a limited edition and only available now during the St. Patrick's Day collection. Next, we have our Taste the Rainbow. Taste the Rainbow. This is caffeine free. Oh yeah, and that's the one that I steeped. This is the one I steeped for myself. It's actually, I've been chatting here for a few minutes. It probably is done. I'm gonna take out the infuser basket. It's got lemongrass, hibiscus. This one, who knows what Taste the Rainbow is. It's kind of a play on words of a very common candy, a beloved candy. So this tea is sweet and sour, tangy and tart, fruity all the way around. I'm going to have myself a cup of this tea right now at the end of the video because I'm always parched when I'm talking for 30 minutes straight. So I'm going to steep it up hot and then I'm going to drink the rest cold tomorrow in the afternoon. A beautiful tea, steeps up really easy. I didn't even measure because it's just fabulous. Whitney said that she loves the Pot of Gold, thank you. And of course, Andrea knows which of the fabulous candies I created this one after. Last but certainly not least, this tea is always so popular. This is our Lucky Charms. In the St. Patrick's Day collection, we have a tea called Lucky Charms. It does look like this. Now, who knows what Lucky Charms really tastes like? I had to dig deep in my memory bank for this one. I have had it in my life, but I haven't had it for a while. Lucky Charms cereal just tastes like vanilla. Just like sweet vanilla. So I did have fun with it. We are using actual Lucky Charms marshmallows in with the tea. So again, super fun, really tasty. It's really spot on, which I happen to love. You know, I have no guilt, and it's caffeine free, so you can drink as much of it as you care to do so. So our Lucky Charms is also a part of the St. Patrick's Day collection and sold individually. I'm going to scroll up really fast to see if anyone has any questions that I missed. I don't think so. By the way, we do have the kettle that I showed you. It is programmable, so you can get the perfect temperature for all of the teas in these collections. Like I said, this kettle has a 150 at the one end, which I love for hot chocolate or oatmeal. Other hot things that I need. I do use this often. I really, really do. This actually gets hotter than if I put water in the microwave. I personally think it gets hotter than a stovetop kettle, but I haven't owned a stovetop kettle in so long because this guy is so fabulous. So it's got a 165, which again is perfect for your green and white teas. It has a 180 and a 195. I personally do like the 195 on the black teas, and it has a boiling button, which is great for those caffeine-free. Oh yeah, Jennifer says that she loves to use the Lucky Charms as a base for hot chocolate, which is pretty perfect, I have to say, Jennifer, because there's cocoa nibs in with the vanilla. The way to balance vanilla so it's not flat, but to get it more sweet and vanilla is to put cocoa nibs in. So that's what I've done. So you're going to see that in the recipe, which is why it makes absolutely perfect sense for you to make hot chocolate. It's absolutely great. And it's just fun, right? It's just super fun. Let's see. Oh yeah, that reminds me, we do still have other collections available, like our Valentine's Day and our Mardi Gras. They won't be around forever, but we do have them currently. They may not even be available as a collection for too much longer. We like to do that in the beginning, but then we'll see what else we can do at the end. They'll be available, those teas will be available individually for a little bit longer, a couple more weeks. But like I said, we've got new collections coming up too. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Like I said before, friends, if there are any of you who have a few minutes, give me just 5 minutes. I'm going to hit all the buttons and we're going to try to be live over on our TikTok page. We've never done that before. I'm only going live really in order to make sure all of the connections work on the technology because I'm using 2 different devices. I am working solo, so if it doesn't work, not much I can do about it. I'm going to talk about a few flavors. I do have them in the queue, but I'm just going to, it's not going to be St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to talk about other flavors. So anyway, give me just a second and hopefully if you're on TikTok, join me in 5. Thanks, friends. Thank you for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. And no matter what you do with the rest of your day, have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.